In the heart of the African savanna, nestled between rolling hills and ancient baobab trees, lay the village of Ubaya. For generations, the people of Ubaya had lived off the land, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. But now a relentless drought gripped the land, turning fertile fields into barren wastelands and drying up once flowing rivers. Among the villagers was Nia, a young girl known for her keen intuition and deep connection to the natural world. From a young age, Nia had listened to the stories of her elders, tales of ancient spirits and mystical beings who watched over the land. As the drought worsened, Nia's heart ached for her village and its people. One sweltering afternoon, Nia sat beneath the shade of a gnarled baobab tree, pondering how to help her village. It was then that she remembered an old legend passed down by her grandmother, the legend of the Rainmaker. The Rainmaker was said to possess the power to summon rain and bring life back to the parched earth. Nia sought out the village elders, who gathered under the ancient baobab tree to discuss their dwindling prospects. With reverence, Nia spoke of the Rainmaker and the hope that such a being might still exist. The elders exchanged knowing glances, their faces lined with worry and doubt. The Rainmaker is but a legend, child, Elder Mufaro said, his voice heavy with skepticism. We have no way of knowing if such a being is real or if they can help us. Undeterred, Nia persisted. She pleaded with the elders to share any knowledge they had of the Rainmaker's whereabouts. Reluctantly, Elder Mufaro revealed fragments of an ancient map, said to lead to a hidden valley where the Rainmaker was rumored to reside. With newfound determination, Nia embarked on her journey at dawn's first light. Armed with the ancient map and a heart full of hope, she ventured into the vast wilderness beyond Ubaya. The journey was treacherous, with scorching sun by day and bone-chilling cold by night. Yet Nia pressed on, driven by her love for her village and the belief that she could make a difference. Days turned into weeks as Nia navigated through dense forests, crossed raging rivers, and scaled towering cliffs. Her resolve was tested time and again, but she drew strength from the whispers of the wind and the gentle guidance of the stars above. One fateful day, as Nia wandered through a sun-dappled glade, she encountered a majestic sight. An elderly elephant named Tembo, whose tusks gleamed in the golden light. Tembo was known among the animals of the savannah for his wisdom and gentle spirit. He had roamed these lands for longer than anyone could remember. His knowledge of the land was unmatched. Nia approached Tembo with humility and respect, sharing her quest to find the Rainmaker. To her surprise, Tembo nodded solemnly, as if he had been expecting her. "Child," he rumbled in a voice like distant thunder, "the Rainmaker is not a mere legend. I know of the hidden valley where they dwell, but the path is fraught with danger." With Tembo as her guide, Nia ventured deeper into the wilderness, following hidden trails and ancient paths known only to the animals. Together, they navigated through dense thickets and crossed vast plains until they reached the entrance of a hidden valley. The valley was a paradise untouched by the droughts that plagued Ubaya. Lush greenery carpeted the landscape, and crystal-clear streams meandered through groves of fruit-laden trees. Birds of every hue flitted through the air, their songs echoing through the valley like a symphony. But guarding the entrance to the valley stood an imposing figure, a leopard with eyes that glittered like emeralds. This was Shuja, the guardian of the valley, who tested the hearts of those who sought the Rainmaker's aid. Undeterred by Shuja's piercing gaze, Nia and Tembo approached the guardian with humility and sincerity. Impressed by their courage, Shuja stepped aside, allowing them to enter the valley. At its heart, beneath the shade of a towering baobab tree, they found the Rainmaker, a wise and ancient figure with eyes that held the wisdom of centuries. The Rainmaker greeted them with a knowing smile, acknowledging their journey and the purpose that had brought them here. As Nia explained the plight of her village, the Rainmaker listened intently, a solemn expression on their weathered face. "The power to bring rain does not lie with me," the Rainmaker finally spoke. Their voice, a gentle murmur, carried on the breeze. "It lies with Tembo, the elephant who walks among you." Nia and Tembo were taken aback by the Rainmaker's revelation. Tembo, in all his years of wandering the savannah, had never known the extent of his own power. He had unknowingly brought prosperity to the valley with each step he took, his presence nourishing the land and sustaining its abundant life. But now, faced with the choice of saving Ubaya or remaining in the valley he had come to love, Tembo hesitated. He knew that leaving the valley would mean its gradual decline, as its life-giving waters would begin to dry up once more. Nia looked up at Tembo with tear-filled eyes, her voice trembling yet determined. "Tembo," she said softly, "you have shown us the way. Now let us show you our gratitude. Let us bring rain to Ubaya together." Moved by Nia's words and the village's plight, Tembo made his decision. With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to the valley and followed Nia and the Rainmaker back to Ubaya, where hope hung in the air like a fragile promise. The journey back to Ubaya was fraught with challenges, as if the very elements themselves conspired against them. Torrential rains threatened to wash away their path, and fierce winds howled through the savannah, testing their determination and resolve. But Nia and Tembo pressed on, their bond stronger than ever. They drew strength from each other's presence, knowing that they carried the hopes of an entire village on their shoulders. As Nia and Tembo finally reached the outskirts of Ubaya, their hearts raced with anticipation. The villagers, wary yet hopeful, gathered around them as they prepared for the rain ceremony. Under the guidance of the Rainmaker, Nia and Tembo performed ancient rituals passed down through generations, calling upon the spirits of the sky and earth to bring forth rain. The air grew heavy with anticipation as dark clouds gathered on the horizon. Thunder rumbled in the distance and a gentle rain began to fall, a soothing melody that brought tears of joy to the villagers' eyes. The parched earth drank greedily, and soon streams began to flow once more, bringing life back to the land. In the days that followed, the Maya flourished anew. Fields that had lain barren for so long burst forth with green shoots, and the once dry riverbeds flowed with crystal clear water. The villagers rejoiced, their gratitude overflowing as they celebrated the return of abundance to their beloved village. Nia and Tembo were hailed as heroes, their names spoken with reverence and gratitude. Together, they had bridged the gap between legend and reality, proving that courage, compassion, and the bonds of friendship could overcome even the greatest of challenges. As time passed, Nia continued to learn from Tembo's wisdom, and together, they taught the villagers the importance of living in harmony with nature. The story of Nia, Tembo, and the Rainmaker became a cherished legend in Maya, passed down through generations as a reminder of the power of unity and resilience of the human spirit. In the years that followed, Nia grew into a leader beloved by her people, her compassion and wisdom guiding Ubaya towards a future filled with hope and promise. And Tembo, though he missed the valley that had been his home for so long, found solace in knowing that his sacrifice had brought new life to a village in need. As for the Rainmaker, they continued to watch over the land from their secluded sanctuary, their presence a quiet reassurance that the bonds forged between humans and nature were unbreakable. And so the tale of the elephant and the Rainmaker lived on, a testament to the enduring power of compassion, courage, and the belief that miracles could be found in the most unexpected of places.